Namo Buddhaya. It is such an honor to be speaking to Bhikkhuni Vandana, one of the foremost bhikkhunis in Nagpur, who is leading the Indians community, representing India on an international platform. So, Bhikkhuni Vandana, can you tell us when did you ordain, Venerable?
First of all, thank you for having me and asking me questions. Yeah, I ordained when I was 7 years old in 2005 in Nagpur.
So, you've been a nun for how many years now?
In October 2025, it will be 20 years.
20 years. So I think you've seen the entire landscape of what nuns go through in Nagpur, given your many, many years of, being a daughter of the Buddha. What do you think has been something that you wish the world to know about the situation of nuns in Nagpur? Please tell us everything about it.
It's like it's not about only bhikkhunis, it's all about the women. Like if the woman is not safe, then how can bhikkhuni can? Because still she is a woman, right?
Of course.
So in Nagpur, not only Nagpur, in India, like there's no recognition for bhikkhuni, especially if she wants to ordain. She doesn't have any training center. She don't have any proper place where she can stay. She don't have any security, like she's safe, you know. So there's a many young girls who want to ordain, but their parents are afraid that if they send their girl, if she's safe, and what is who's taking the care of them, and who's giving guarantee that they will be safe where they're sending her.
So is there a temple or premises or facility where women in the Dhamma can practice safely? Do you have a temple?
No, in India we have none.
There's a training center maybe?
No training center.
No training center. So that's one thing that would be great to have, I think, for all women practitioners, especially those who have gone forth. Is there an experience that you would like to share with us? Any stories from Nagpur that would bring light?
There's many stories. I'm not once, because like my whole life gone in the row. When I see like other bhikkhunis who are well educated, and then I see Indian bhikkhunis, so you can see the difference between them, because they don't know how to behave according to Vinaya. And then when you see the well educated bhikkhunis who's like know all the Vinaya, who's practicing well, so you can see in their behavior. They don't have to speak like, okay, I'm graduated, or I did MA or PhD something, right? So it simply shows in your behavior. So I have seen it, and I feel really bad about that we don't have that, and that's because of that people don't give respect to you.
And I think you've done something really revolutionary, where you've distributed the Bhikkhuni Pratimoksha all around the nuns community in Nagpur. So that's a great first step. Would you say that we need more maybe Vinaya teachers and international nuns to come to Nagpur to support the generation of Nagpur nuns? And what do you think is needed in Nagpur?
Yeah, I distribute the Patimokkha books. That's the reason, because we don't have any teachers who can teach us, who can guide us, and especially because of from starting we have no one. So bhikkhunis are really independent. So if you try to teach them, they will not listen to you. That's why I thought, okay, if we can't teach them, at least we can provide the materials, the study materials, so they can study by themselves if they want to. So that's why the Thaloka helped me with this, and we distribute like 1,000 Marathi Patimoksha book in Nagpur.
Sadhu, sadhu. This is huge for our Indian community. And is there anything else that you think can be done for Nagpur?
I think first of all we need a training center.
Okay.
And then we need a Guru Shishya Parampara, what we call.
Yes.
That's what Buddha's lineage is.
Yes.
But in India, it's like, because we don't have any training center, proper place where bhikkhuni can stay, learn. That's why they don't know what is teacher is, and why we have to serve them, why we have to stay out with our teacher for 3 years, you know. So they don't know the basic rules. That's why they don't stay with their teacher, and that's why they don't learn, you know. And because they're not staying with their teachers, they have some kind of ego, because they are independent. There is no one who can control them, who can tell them. So they're like, okay, whatever I'm doing, it's correct.
And also I think basic needs are not met, right? Like shelter, like support and safety. So all of their energy in India, especially the nuns, it goes into meeting the basic needs, and they neglect their duties maybe of learning, as you've mentioned. But we do need to provide just their basic needs to be met for them to then strive for these higher order needs and their duties as monastics.
Yeah, but but what, like I mentioned before, because bhikkhunis are not educated, and you can see in their behavior, like they are not. If you see someone, if you feel like, okay, that person is practicing well, from your heart you felt the respect for them. But if that person is not behaving according to that, then you don't have respect, and you don't want to pay them respect, right? So this thing is happening in India. It doesn't matter how hard we are trying, but when they see other bhikkhunis, they say, oh, they are nothing. So I don't want to use this word, where I have. When you go in India, especially in Tipitaka chanting, people, when they see the bhikkhunis, they call these bhikkhunis are beggars, So it, one of them told me, like, you should not be with them because they are not doing anything. You should come with us, you are young, you can learn. So before also, I didn't know that what is Vinaya, what is, because we only know, read Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's Buddha and his Dhamma. So only we believe, like, okay, Buddha and his Dhamma is our holy book, right? But no one knows that Tipitaka is a Buddhist holy book, right? So after reading the Vinaya Pitaka and Dhammapada, I realized that it's what really Buddha have taught, and what is really Vinaya means to monastic life. And when you follow, your whole life changes, and the point of view to saying things completely changed.
So in conclusion from this conversation, to completely remove the misconception that bhikkhunis are akin to beggars, as you've mentioned, and because if one member of the Sangha may be spoiling it for the other members of the Sangha, we can highlight the women and the nuns who are actually doing good work, like yourself, who are studying the Vinaya. I believe you're going internationally for training as well, to study further. And who want to create training facilities, who are distributing the Pratimoksha, who are doing good work. So we really appreciate your presence and voice for the Indian Sangha. It is extremely crucial and important. And if there's anything you wish to say in conclusion?
I just want to say that for the new generation who's coming, I want to say, just focus on the studies. Because if you study, you will get everything. Because your Shila, your Parami, your Punya will get you everything, that you don't have to struggle for that. But if you always try to focus, oh, I want that because that bhikkhuni have that monk have that, so I want that. So if you run for that things, you can't complete your Parami, right? You can't follow your Sila. So if you don't have that, nothing, you can't get anything. You can't even get peace. So that's, I want to say for all the new generation from India, that you should focus on study. And my only one aim, that I want to build a training center in India who can provide a proper training to a new generation who wants to be a bhikkhuni from their heart, and who want to attain a nibbana in this very life. So when you practice from your heart, maybe you will be liberated in this very life.